Mike, a vindication of the Fed, what it's been saying in terms of looking for that outcome. It's not trying to predict it. Why did Wall Street get this so badly wrong?
That's a good question, Guy. A lot of reasons, and you heard Marty Walsh talking about that just a few moments ago. And to that, I would add the fact that April last year, we lost 20 million jobs. So the seasonal adjustment factors are going to be off as well. Really, really hard for people on Wall Street to make predictions, which is why it was so off. I feel a little bit like the Family Feud here. I didn't put the survey numbers up, but I should say the survey says it would have been 1 million under that April number there. Instead, it's 266,000. Which is kind of dreadful when you think about what we were expecting. It would have been good news a couple of years ago. The unemployment rate you could explain away because more people came into the labor force. That's good news. Labor force participation went up. Average hourly earnings went up. We were expecting them to go down because lower paid people were coming back to work. Not as many of them did, so we saw a rise there. The service industry jobs is kind of where we saw the confusion because only 234,000 more people going back to work at restaurants and leisure and hospitality, but not enough to make a difference. And so we ended up with what turned out to be the worst miss in history. And then you take a look at the gaps here between the unemployment rate and the participation rate and where we were. That's what Neel Kashkari is talking about. Long way to go. Yes, we went up a little bit, but not nearly enough to close the gap to where we were in January, February of 2020. So the Fed is going to keep the pedal to the metal at this point. And we're going to see what they do in terms of talking about tapering. A lot of people thought they might be doing it by the time of Jackson Hole, but now probably not. A lot of people think that what they'll do is put it in the minutes first. So here's your calendar to look at. I don't think you're getting anything June 16th because they're going to wait and see what happens in the jobs report for May. They probably want a couple of jobs reports. If you're going to get anything setting up Jackson Hole, it's going to be August 18th because that's the last minutes that come out before that. But we could see, as Neel Kashkari was suggesting today, nothing in the minutes suggesting tapering all the way through to next year.